इयत्ता 10वीच्या वर्गामध्ये सएव परमाणु या पाठाविषयी चर्चा करणार आहोत। आज आपण परिसंवाद ठेवलाय आणि या परिसंवादामध्ये तुमच्याच वर्गातले तुमचे मित्र मैत्रिणी हे सहभागी होणार आहेत। सुरुवातीला श्रेयस आहेर हा विद्यार्थी सएव परमाणु याविषयी आपली भूमिका या ठिकाणी व्यक्त करणार। ये बात
everything with I am going to telling you something information some information about Big Bang theory, so please listen. Everything we look around, right from the grain of the sand to the trees to the mountains, earth, galaxies and the universe, it was all formed after a Big Bang theory. So today I am going to tell you the beginning of our universe and shed some light on the interesting question, that is, what is the Big Bang theory? The universe, it has fascinated humanity so much that cosmologists have devoted their entire life watching and studying into the space to find the answers to the most important question about the universe and how it involved its action in the past, present and the future, and how it came into the existence in the first place. A lot of scientists assume that the universe began nearly 13.7 billion years ago with a massive explosion of an extreme hot bubble that was thousands of times smaller than tip of pin. This idea at first was jokingly referred to as the Big Bang, but as the time progressed and evidences piled up, the concept of and the name stuck with the scientific community. After the explosion, the universe that we know today was born, and with it time, space, matter came into existence. And it all happened in a fraction of second. Yes friend, in just a matter of second, the universe grew from than a single atom to bigger than galaxies, and it kept on expanding at a phenomenal rate and continues to grow even today. As the universe cooled down, the energy converted into particles of matter and antimatter. These two opposite types of particles fought out and largely destroyed each other. But some grave matters managed to survive. Just 1 second has gone by so far since the beginning of everything, and the universe had already grown into 100 billion kilometers and is cold enough to form stable particles called protons and neutrons. Over the next 3 minutes, the temperature fell down below 1 million degrees Celsius. Now the universe got more cold to allow the protons and neutrons to come together and form its first atom, the hydrogen. After millions of years, the hydrogen gas clumped together and gravity started to put it under pressure. Stars and galaxies began to form. Their radiation began dissolving the stable hydrogen gas into plasma that allowed the visible light to pass, and finally there was light and our universe.
चिरंजीव मोरकर हा एक आपला विद्यार्थी आहे। हा विद्यार्थी देखील आपल्याला सैव परमाणु या पाठात आलेले जे काही इंग्रजी शब्द आहेत किंवा त्यातील ज्या काही वैज्ञानिक संकल्पना आहेत त्यावर तो प्रकाश टाकतो।
Atom is the smallest unit of ordinary matter that forms a chemical element. Every solid, liquid, gas and plasma is composed of neutral or ionized atoms. Atoms are extremely small, typically around 100 picometers across. They are so small that accurately predicting their behavior using classical physics, as if they were tennis ball, for example, is not possible due to quantum effects. Atom consists of 3 subatomic particles called as proton, neutron and electron. Protons have a positive, electrons are negative charge, and neutrons are neutral. Proton and neutron are present in nucleus, while electrons revolve around the nucleus in the orbit. There are 4 cells or orbits called as K, L, M and N. These cells have capacity of 2, 8, 18 and 32 electrons respectively. Every atom is composed of a nucleus and one or more electrons bound to the nucleus. The hydrogen is the only element which has no neutron. More than 99.94% of an atom's mass is in its nucleus. If the number of protons and electrons are equal, then the atom is typically neutral. If an atom has more or fewer electrons than protons, then it has an overall negative or positive charge respectively. Such atoms are called ions. The electrons of an atoms are attracted to protons in an atomic nucleus by electromagnetic force. The protons and neutrons in the nucleus are attached to each other by nuclear force. This force is usually stronger than electromagnetic force that repels the positively charged protons from one another. Under certain circumstances, the repelling electromagnetic force becomes stronger than the nuclear force. In this case, the nucleus splits and leaves behind different elements. This is form of nuclear decay.
समृद्ध मोकळ या विद्यार्थ्याने देखील ॲटम ही संकल्पना अत्यंत चांगल्या प्रकारे समजावून सांगितली आहे. अनंतरम अहम वैदेही सोमासे एषा भगिनी अस्माकं छात्रा वर्तते तस्याः कृते अहम् आह्वयामि. आगच्छतु.
Good morning. I am going to tell you some information about elements. Elements are basic units of all types of matter. They are made up of small types of particles of only one type, which make atoms or molecules. Atoms were first discovered by John Dalton. Elements consist of only one type of atom. Elements can form compounds with different physical and chemical properties. The search to element began after the discovery of atoms. The great scientist Aristotle, around 330 BCE, proposed that everything is made up of mixture of one or more roots. After this, Henning ran research about philosophers' stone when a chemist Robert Boyle rediscovered phosphorus, which was already discovered by Henning. In 1661, Boyle defined element as those primitive and simple bodies of which the mixed ones are said to be composed, and into French chemistry, Lavoisier defined element as a substance whose smallest unit cannot be broken down into simpler substances which include O2, N2, K2, H2, mercury, zinc, sulfur, etc. After him, many scientists like John Gans, Lorentz, Midland, Lothar Meyer, Mendeleev, Seaborg put forth their concept about elements, from which the most renowned one which helped the further research was put forth by Mendeleev, which the widely accepted and modernly available and approved was given by Henry Moseley. According to properties of the elements are periodic function of their atomic numbers, and today we study it as modern periodic table. Thank you.
वैदेही काही आपल्या संकल्पना ज्या तिने अभ्यास करून आणल्या होत्या त्या इथे आपल्या सगळ्यांना सांगितल्या. यानंतर सिद्धांत सोमासेला मी आमंत्रित करणार आहे आणि त्यानंतर आविष्कार दाते हा कन्क्ल्युजन किंवा ज्याला आपण सारांश म्हणूया किंवा क्रिटिकल रिमार्क जे आहेत ते आपल्याला सांगेल. त्या दरम्यानही जर सिद्धांताच्या नंतर कोणाला बोलायची इच्छा असेल तर त्यांनी कृपया जरूर वर्णन करावं.
Hello friends, we all know about Maharshi Karan who gives the atomic theory. We all know and understand an atom is the smallest unit of matter. Do you know that the idea explained in India over 2500 years ago? A Rishi by the name Kashyapa explained the formation of matter and the role of atoms. But you don't know how did Kashyapa got the name Kanan. One day Kashyapa was on pilgrimage to the Prayag. One day Kashyapa was on pilgrimage to Prayag, where he saw thousands of pilgrims altering the rice and flowers due to offerings at the nearest temple. Rishi Kashyapa began collecting the grains of rice. He gathered around him to see why was he collecting the grains and inquired to why he was doing so. He said that each grain itself may is worthless, but the collection of 100 grains make a person's meal. The collection of thousands of meals would build an entire family, and ultimately the entire world was made up of such families. First you want a single grain of rice was as important as valuable riches in the world. Since the people started calling him Kanada. Kan in Sanskrit is the smallest particle. Kanada carried out study about unknown world of small particle and started settle his theories about Anu the atom. He began writing down his observation and teaching other people. That's how he called the name Acharya Kanada. Acharya Kanada means the teacher of small particles. He authored Vaishik Sutra.
वेगवेगळ्या ऋषीचा इथे संदर्भ दिला, तर त्यांची जी स्टोरी होती त्या स्टोरीतून आपल्याला बरंचसं काही घेण्यासारखं होतं. आणि आता आपण क्रिटिकल रिमार्ककडे जाऊया. आय थिंक दॅट इज द कन्क्लुजन. प्लीज वेलकम मिस्टर आविष्कार दाते.
As you listen that about Big Bang theory, I am going to explain that theory. Thousands of years ago, one hot bubble is produced in universe. A hot bubble is produced. After the explosion of this bubble, our universe is produced. This reaction occurs in just 1 second. The bubble explodes and universe is formed. This is Big Bang theory. And the next thing is atom. Atom is the smallest particle of elements. Atom is made up of three components that are electrons, protons, and neutrons. Electrons are negatively charged. Protons are positively charged, and neutrons are neutral. These are components of nucleus, atoms. These are components of atoms. There are total 118 elements found like oxygen, hydrogen, etc.
आणि यातून आपण आपला सएव परमाणू, तोच हा परमाणू ही संकल्पना समजून घेतलेली आहे. धन्यवाद.